Hey beauties, good afternoon to you, my wonderful people. Good afternoon to you. Beautiful people, sorry. I want to talk about something that has been bothering me for the last few days. I have not come on here to vlog in a few days because I've been doing some thinking and pondering. And this is in light of our Jamaican artists, or local Jamaican artists. Some of them may be living in Jamaica still, some aren't. They've migrated to foreign lands for better, naturally. And my heart is broken and saddened for one of our stalwarts in the music industry, in the music business. He had moved from secular to gospel, and I'm talking Lieutenant Stitchie. And what bothered me, not in a way that, that relates to him and his whole financial management, but more so what is happening in terms of the artists being remunerated, being paid for their services. Because notwithstanding, we live in a country, for example in Jamaica, and possibly it is overseas, where we feel that in some instances, like, these people may not deserve much money, or if any at all. Not understanding that, yes, even though they may say it's a ministry if they're in the gospel, but they're also human beings, and it is also their job. It is their job that they're doing. It's a talent that they're actually emitting to the masses, to those that they're going to be encountering. How different will that be from the regular secular artists who sings and charges a certain amount of money for his set, for his performance, for his shows and whatnot? When I say his, it encompasses women as well. So I don't understand. And the reason why I'm saying this, because I'm thinking in my head, I said, when I saw that, there was a GoFundMe for Lieutenant Stitchie, because unfortunately he fell ill. I don't know or remember what they said had happened to him, if he had gotten a stroke, or it was the blood vessel burst in his head, the embolism, sort of attack, whatever it may be. It requires $100,000, I think it is, US dollars. And I said, my God, this man has been singing from, I'm sure, before I was born. And to see him at this juncture, after segueing into the best life, Christianity. And Christianity is not, it doesn't mean that you must be foolish. I've often heard people say God called fools, but he doesn't keep them. I mean, you can look at it from a sort of a scriptural, basis. That is so true. I mean, once the hand of God is upon you, if you are a fool, he moves you to wise. Even though he may use the foolish to confound the wise. So, I'm wondering in my head, I said, oh my God, what is going on? Is it that, his team, himself and his team, not good at the financial management? But I'm saying, with all of what, the life has presented, or in terms of, we have social media at our fingertips. We have financial management classes at our fingertips, free of cost, if so be it. You just YouTube everything and you can get some solid information, some, very good information. So I said, I don't think so. I don't really think it is on that basis, from all of, what he has been through, I'm sure, in terms of coming from secular into gospel. So I don't think it has to do with, me lacking financial management, and segueing into financial liberation. I just think that they're poorly paid. I just personally believe that they are poorly paid. And because of that, the money has to stretch. And it becomes very difficult for them to save and invest in the way that they ought to. Now, for a man that has been singing in the dancehall industry for decades, and to be at this juncture where he requires $100,000 that he can't find himself, it is heartbreaking. And the reason why I don't think it has to do with poor management or poor stewardship, he's not the only one. No, I'm not saying that a lot of people cannot be ignorant of financial liberation or financial management. I'm not saying no, but I'm saying that they must have a team around them that will kind of give them some advice. There must be that one human being, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, and I'm just saying that, who will say, come here, whoever you may be, do this because you want to save for a rainy day. I don't get the impression that he's poor with managing money. I don't know him personally, but I'm also going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I could be wrong, and I stand corrected if I am. But the reason why I bring this up, my beautiful people, is that I'm a singer myself, you know, and even though I'm not in the music industry full time, I know what it is like, especially when you're doing business with the sacred, meaning church people. They don't really want to pay. If they do, if God bless what they pay you, you know. And yes, we do understand that churches aren't profit making organizations, but they get donors to sponsor them. People still do throw their tithes and offerings and all of that. And I'm saying, when people come with their talent, the Bible says your gifts will make room for you. In other words, your talent and your skills, it doesn't matter if you're Christian or non-Christian, so that you go before kings, people who have money, and you make money as well. So the wealth is shared. And I remember a man saying to me, you know, somebody who was trying to really make it in the gospel industry as a dancehall gospel artist, and he said he's just fed up because the money that they want to pay him, sometimes when churches call him to minister, it's a joke. He wonders if they really realize it's a human being. You know, they're paying the monkey money, the gorilla money, the ape money. I mean, it's a joke. And it has to do with not respecting the craft, not respecting the art. It reminds me of the concept when people will come to church and you will hear them say, listen to the words, not the voice. And you're saying to yourself, then why going up and sing? Why bother to go up and sing? If I'm to listen to the words, do it as a poetry or as a sermonette. If it is that I'm to listen to the words and not to the voice, because the reality is that you're there to sing. The singing takes precedence. Yes, some may come with their spirituality, their super spirituality, and say, oh, it's ministry. Yeah, we do understand that. That's a part of the package. But we want to hear if you can sing, yes or no. It may not supersede your honor to God and the edifying of the brethren, but it is in the top 3. You must sing well, DJ well, whatever it is that you're going to be doing, it must be done well. You know, the Bible endorses that. Do everything with excellence and precision. Even in terms of knowledge, God says, study to show yourselves approved unto God, so that he can make way for you, so that your room can be made, you know, that you go before kings and queens with your gifts, your talents, your knowledge, your capabilities and abilities. My heart breaks because I personally believe that these artists aren't properly paid, because he's not the first to be asking for this thing, and it cannot be so many of them have no clue to saving. It's just that whatever they get, they find it difficult to save. They probably cannot save. By the time they're to pay their bills and debts and buy some little personal amenities and give to their family, that's it. Les Brown said some years ago, somebody invited him to speak, and he told her $25,000 US. And he said, but somebody, like you would use another name, is charging 15. And he says, well, go for that person since they charge 15,000, and you get a $15,000 presentation. And the lady said, no, we want you. And he said, well, write the check for the 25,000. That's many years ago. And 25,000 is still a decent amount of money. You know? And maybe the artists need to be adamant. Because, I mean, if all of them unite and say, we're not taking less than this, we're not taking less than that, I mean, trust me, they're going to have to use, you know, because it's what the people are going to want. You know, it's about unity, you know, and, you know, it is just so unfortunate. It broke my heart to see that. I said, oh my God, look how many years Lieutenant Stitchie has been in this business and having to do this. I'm not saying that he's great with money. I don't know him. But I don't get the feeling it has to do with money management. I get the feeling he's just not paid properly. You know, and you can't even blame people like Vibes Cartel, who has been out for so many years, charging 10,000 if you charge it. I'm going to pay 1 million for Chris Brown if you charge it. If I charge 20 on a lucky, you could have vexed with me a little more. You understand? But, you know, I pray that I pray he raises that money and he will get well and can sing and they pay him right. Guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube.